In our previous episode, Celestia endeavored to breach the clandestine knowledge held within the Mythos Citadel, parting with 50 gold pieces to gain access to the revered Golden Archives. However, the secretive layers of the Citadel's vast stores of wisdom seemed impenetrable at this level, and Celestia soon found herself yearning for the depths of hidden truths stashed within the Citadel's most elite level, the Platinum Sanctum. Celestia's clever wit led her to adopt the guise of an esteemed individual with clear access to the Platinum Sanctum. Unbeknownst to her at the time, this figure held a seat on the Emperor's Council, a discovery only made when she found herself the recipient of reverent acknowledgments from the guards. Within this sanctuary, accessible solely to those bearing the Emperor's favor, and a staggering monthly fee of 100 platinum pieces, the real quest for knowledge began. Beneath the sanctum's hallowed dome, Celestia unearthed cryptic tales of Lord Tan and the elusive Obetus. The revelations of Lord Tan's arcane prowess, his shrouded lineage, and the tragic string of disasters that marked his end left her astounded. The existence of the shadowy organization known as the Obetus, its origins shrouded in mystery, born in tandem with Emperor Valerius's assassination, intrigued her further. As our session ended, a myriad of unanswered questions lingered, leaving the impression of a story yet unfinished, a puzzle awaiting completion. All right, buddy, it's your time to shine. What you doing?
This should be good.
It's going to be a fucking disaster.
I still don't have a fucking clue what I'm going to do, Joe. So, I stretch my arms, I warm up my legs, and I raise my head into the sky as I take a big whiff. What do I smell?
You know, I don't know how exactly I thought this session was going to start, but so far so good.
As you raise your head into the sky and take a big whiff of the fresh sea air, I'm going to need you to roll a D100 for me, dude.
All right, that's a 7.
Ha, this is great. Roll me a dexterity check, Raarh.
That's a 4, Joe.
All right then. With a roll of 4, you become abruptly attuned to the clean, sharp tang of the air, as if the universe itself is drawing you into some kind of profound realization. Suddenly, you're blindsided by an unexpected shower of warm fluid. Your hands instinctively reach up to the moist anomaly on your face. It is then the grim reality strikes. A carefree seagull, in an impressive display of aerial insolence, has executed a precision bombing. You, my friend, have been made the victim of a flyby shitting.
What the actual fuck?
Huh, I've changed my mind. This is amazing.
Joe, can I see which fucking seagull just shat on me?
Roll me a perception check.
That's a 17.
All right, so you managed to pinpoint which seagull it was. It doesn't seem like it's part of a group, but instead acting alone.
How high is it, Joe? Can I throw my axe at it?
I'd say it's way out of your reach, I'm afraid.
You think just because you're high in the sky, you can evade my wrath? Joe, I pursue the seagull.
Raarh! A fire ignites within you as your gaze locks onto the audacious bird as you begin your pursuit. The rhythm of your chase reverberates through the cobbled streets with the avian offender bobbing mockingly ahead against the canvas of the open sky. A tsunami of disorder crashes through the marketplace as your relentless pursuit sends barrels rolling, unleashing a deluge of fish in their wake.
Get back here, you fucking sea chicken!
Your chase takes flight, with you clambering onto rooftops in hot pursuit. The city's heartbeat pounds beneath you in sync with the rhythm of your feet drumming against the clay tiles. As the panoramic spectacle of the city unfurls below, the seagull's derisive caws echo in your ears, fueling your adrenaline-fueled leapfrogs over chimneys and daring skips from roof to roof.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
This adrenaline-soaked chase persists for the better part of an hour, until at last you see the gull vanish over a looming cliff face. After a tense moment with no sight of the bird, you deduce that it has retreated to its nest, hidden from your righteous wrath within the cliff's embrace.
Righteous wrath? There's nothing righteous about his wrath, Joe.
Well, at least that farce is over.
Joe, I make my way to the cliff edge. How far down is it?
Oh my god.
As you approach the precipice of the rocky cliff, you carefully look over. Nestled some 50 feet below your vantage point, you spy the offending bird's nest, a humble sanctuary in this vertiginous wilderness. Yet the cliff face itself plunges far deeper, a staggering 500 feet into the sea, cloaked in a savage tapestry of jutting rocks.
Don't do it, Raarh. What's the point of risking your life over a little bit of bird shit?
Saxy, this goes beyond the simple confines of existence and demise. What's at stake here for Raarh is a prize far more precious, his pride. A man of his stature can't bear to let such affront stand unpunished. He is pledged to this pursuit, even if it leads him to the grim face of the end itself. For Raarh is a warrior, a stalwart soul who would rather confront his last breath with honor than endure the agony of defeat. He will chase down this foe, no matter where it may lead. This is his battle, and it is one he fully intends to win.
For the life of me, I will never understand how you possess the ability to validate ridiculous actions with words.
As long as Tronald has faith in me, I can do anything. Joe, I make my descent down to the nest.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna need an athletics check from you.
That's a 16.
Raarh, with a roll of 16, you initiate your daring descent. Your fingers dig into the cliff face. Each precarious hold is a display of strength and determination. There are moments of danger, moments when the deceptive stone betrays you, crumbling beneath your grasp. Yet the sheer power housed within your solitary arm proves unyielding, rescuing you from the brink each time. After a few minutes of this ballet of strength and precision, you look down. You are now around 5 feet away from the unsuspecting bird. What do?
I let go of the cliff face and try to land on the platform before grabbing the bird.
You know, thinking about it, this is kind of on us. Like, why did we think it would be a good idea to leave him to do what he wanted without any clear direction or instruction? If we're gonna start pointing fingers, though, I blame Saxy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, he might have played it a little more cautiously if you just didn't respond to him like me and Tronald, but you told him to go and have fun. So yeah, this one's on you, buddy.
This is bullshit. How was I supposed to know that he'd take up cliff diving to chase a goddamn bird because it shat in his mouth?
The real question is, how did you not know?
That's fair, I guess.
Okay, Raarh, I'm gonna need you to make a dex saving throw, followed by an attack roll to try to grapple the bird. That's if you pass the dex saving throw.
So my dex saving throw was a 13.
Oof, that was close. The threshold to pass that was 12.
You're gonna fucking die, dude.
And for my grab on the gull, I rolled a tainted 20.
And now we're starting that shit again, apparently.
We never stopped. Just none of us have gotten tainted 20s in a while.
Raarh, with a tainted 20, you empower your grasp to lock around the seagull's neck. Triumph courses through your veins. The culmination of your quest, the impending closure of your bird-induced vendetta is within reach. However, just as you prepare to execute your feathery foe, your gaze falls upon a flurry of activity behind it. 10 fuzzy chicks are bustling about in the nest, their little bodies swaying adorably with each wobble. One of them, more courageous or perhaps more curious, ventures towards you and starts nuzzling against your leg, emitting a soft, joyful chirp. The tableau momentarily dims the fires of your wrath as an unexpected sense of peace and tranquility enters your heart.
They're so beautiful. How could I ever consider hurting a creature like this? A single parent raising 10 kids. I know I couldn't do that. Joe, I release my grip on the bird as I say, I forgive you, Mr. or Mrs. Seagull. I will leave you now to raise your children in peace. Just don't ever shit on me again. Aim for the guy coated in armor instead.
Fuck you, man.
As a wave of compassion surges through you, you find your grip on the seagull relaxing, allowing it to flutter back into the haven of its nest. A broad, satisfied grin stretches across your face. However, it seems the fates had another predator in mind for this unfortunate creature. In a lightning-fast blur, a juvenile giant eagle swoops in, its massive wingspan of approximately 8 feet casting an imposing shadow. With unerring precision, it snatches the seagull in its talons and in a powerful burst of feathers and air, launches itself back into the sky.
What the fuck? Joe, I would like to fucking rage.
Damn, all right.
Now I want to jump towards the eagle and grapple onto it.
For fuck's sake, man. You risked your life to try kill the fucking thing, and now you're risking your life yet again to try save it. What the hell is wrong with you?
He has had an epiphany. He is going down a route that will take him on an out-of-body experience.
No, he's on a route directly towards death via a bunch of fucking spiky rocks.
If I was your mama, I'd be washing your mouth out with soap. You're worse than Gordon.
Well, it's a good thing you're not my fucking mama then.
Raarh, you crouch, your every muscle coiled like a spring loaded for launch. In one fluid motion, you vault off the cliffside, the ground disappearing beneath your feet. You streak through the air like a meteor, closing in on the flailing eagle. Your fingers lock onto the creature, your added weight sending it into a panicked descent, its flight path tilting at a hazardous angle. The world tilts too, the jagged rocks receding as you're pulled further away, the perilous death spikes replaced by the expansive, merciless expanse of the sea. It seems the universe has replaced one predicament with another. Rather than being skewered on stone, you're now on a non-stop, one-way flight to a watery landing. I'm gonna need you to roll me a strength check to see if you can keep a hold of the bird as it desperately tries to shake you off.
That's a 15, Joe.
Raarh, with a roll of 15, the eagle's desperate attempts to free itself from your iron grip prove futile. Your world becomes a wild whirlwind, the sea and sky swapping places again and again as you grapple with the giant bird. The seagull, captive in its claws, is an unwilling participant in this chaotic dance. All of a sudden, the world stills as the three of you, the eagle and the seagull, meet the unyielding surface of the sea. Water explodes around you, the force of the impact stealing the breath from your lungs. There's a brief moment of disorientation before the fight for survival resumes beneath the waves. The stage might have changed, but the players remain the same.
All right, it's time to end this. Joe, I make an attack against the eagle with my great axe.
This is a joke.
That's an 18 total to hit.
You'll need to roll with disadvantage, buddy, because you're in water.
Even better, so still an 18 to hit.
Okay, roll your damage.
That's 12 total damage.
With one hand like an unyielding clamp around the struggling bird, you seize the opportunity. You heft your great axe above the water's surface with your free hand, and with a mighty roar, you bring the weapon crashing down. The sea around you instantly blushes a deep red as the eagle's agonizing screech cuts through the air, only to be abruptly silenced.
You're free now, Mrs. Seagull. Go live your life. Take care of your children.
With a caw that almost sounds like one of gratitude, the seagull takes off back towards the cliffside, leaving you alone in the ocean.
See, what was you even worried about, Saxy? Also, how many lives did you save in your downtime?
I really don't think you can class that as a good deed. All you did was kill one creature in the place of another. If anything, what you did was negative. Nobody fucking likes seagulls. Yet eagles, on the other hand, are majestic and beautiful.
Well, that's your opinion, Saxy. And honestly, it's one I don't care to hear.
Okay, roll me a perception check, Raarh.
Oh wow, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
Why couldn't I get that on an epic roll? Instead, I get it on a shitty perception check.
I'd be grateful for it, dude. Sometimes perception checks are the things that can be the line between life and death.
As you float in the water's embrace, the fallen bird as your silent companion, you find yourself studying it once again. Something about it pricks at your intuition. Its size seemed to defy your expectations. Too grand for an ordinary eagle, yet it only reached half the size of a fully grown giant eagle. The assumption of it being a juvenile giant eagle was logical. However, as you scrutinize its body, the contours of its form and the texture of its feathers tell a different story.
What the fuck is it then, Joe?
It eerily resembles the likeness of a fledgling, but not just any fledgling. This bird appears to be a young rock.
Wow.
Now I know you're taking the piss out of me. If it was a rock, it would have sunk, and it certainly wouldn't have been able to fly.
No, you fucking idiot. It's not a stone, it's a rock. You know, that fucking giant creature that could swallow you whole.
Oh, you mean The Rock, as in Dwayne Johnson?
For fuck's sake.
No, buddy, it's a gargantuan bird that can have a wingspan that grows to around 200 feet.
Oh, gotcha, Tronald.
Raarh. Just as this startling revelation sinks in, an earth-shattering shriek cuts through the air. A shadow, monstrous in its expanse, sweeps over you, and before your mind can even register the threat, an immense force crashes into the water. Giant talons seize you in an iron grip, and with a breathtaking surge, you're ripped from the sea. Air rushes past you as you're hauled upwards, ascending into the heart of the open sky.
Well, you're absolutely fucked.
Why is it attacking me?
If I had to guess, it's probably because you killed its baby.
Raarh, as you are hoisted...